it has been greenlit that Terraformars is going to be getting a second season, a sequel anime. Now, it hasn't been confirmed who's doing it, as if the same studio or what's going on, but boy, oh boy, I got a couple things to say about this. So in case you are new to this channel and whatnot, or you don't remember, I actually was reviewing Terraformars from episodes 1 through, I believe, 12. I never even finished reviewing the final episode and everything, and honestly, it's just because as an adaptation, the Terraformars anime just wasn't cutting the mustard. It was fun, it was cool fights, but honestly, the way they adapted it was just all over the place. And from the get-go, I honestly was like, what the fuck? Where are they going with all this? And to see this now is like it's getting a sequel. I'm like, maybe, I'm going to be optimistic. Maybe they can change. Maybe they can learn from their mistakes and realize we fucked up big time. We rushed through the material. We skipped on things. We made it almost like a character of the week type of deal towards the end of the episode. It's like, hey, here's this boxing motherfucker. Why don't you look at him for an episode? Maybe they can learn from their mistakes. Like, look at Magi, for example. Season 1, rushed. They went through a lot of things. Granted, I still do like Season 1 or whatever. But as an adaptation, it was just kind of like, whoa. Season 2 was a lot more faithful. The pacing was better. And overall, the execution was just done way better than Season 1. If they can do something like that, or even how Sword Art Online, how Sword Art Online 1 was rushed as fuck and all that crazy shit, and then Season 2 was a lot better, they can learn from their mistakes. So there's a possibility that Terraformars, the sequel anime, can be just much better as an adaptation. Don't mistake what I'm saying, because there was some enjoyment to be had with the Terraformars anime, once it wasn't censored, of course, because that was one of the most disrespectful forms of censorship I've ever seen, putting just little black circles on shit. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, really? So, the news of this getting a sequel is just, like, all over the place. Like, honestly, if it was up to me and I had a say, which obviously I don't, but, like, when they did Season 1, for example, the way they did it was, for starters, Volume 1 is completely skipped, and then they broke it up into 2 OVAs, which you get the first OVA, and you don't even get the completion of it till later on down the road, towards the end of the anime. That's when they released the second OVA. So you're basically going to be getting half of the first story, and then you watch the anime, and it just really was all over the place. Like, what they could have done is maybe add a little bit, because I know a big portion of it is probably that they wanted to have all of the central characters and the main characters show up in the first episode. Because, you know, is with Terraformars, Volume 1 is basically like a prequel story to everything else. They could have just had maybe like a little bit of cuts, like, oh, this character, what he's doing just before he went to the mission or whatever, and then eventually when we get to the, you know, end of Volume 1 stuff, then we introduce all these characters completely. But, I mean, Terraformars, I don't know, the anime was all over the place, and it getting a sequel, maybe I might check it out, maybe, it just really depends at this point, because as an adaptation, I mean, when I read Terraformars, I remember going just absolutely crazy, and at one point, yes, I was even saying, I think this is going to be the next Attack on Titan. It has that craziness, it has the art, it has just everything you would really like to see, but it failed miserably at that. Hopefully Season 2 can pick up the slack. I doubt it'll do big things for it, and I'm surprised that it actually got a Season 2 considering all the controversy, and I didn't think that ratings were going to be that good for it, but hey, we'll just have to wait and see. Let me know what you guys think, though. Are you excited for Season 2? Do you think that they could do things better with this Season 2 opposed to what was going on with Season 1? What would you like to see changed? I mean, personally, I would just like a stricter adaptation. Stricter adaptation. Don't pull all the censorship bullshit, because that was fucking ridiculous. And overall, just make a better sequel, I guess. And your overall thoughts, but that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be amazing. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.